What have we got to drink?
Well, there's no beer in the fridge. I'm thinking something a little sweeter than beer.
We should make some pop.
I actually don't drink pop anymore. It's way too sweet. Sometimes it's overcarbonated.
That's always kind of the same thing.
And a lot of them have caffeine too, right?
You know, what would be awesome is if we could customize our own beverage.
Yeah.
Make a salty pop.
Like potato chips?
That'd be the really cool thing. Would be like we could totally customize what we wanted to drink.
Can you imagine cracking open one of our own pops with one of our own hand-drawn labels onto it? We should make our own pop.
Ah, it's so wicked. It's a good metaphor for pop making. You know what? It's totally right here, man. Check it out. You have, this could be our model for a good pop, or like conceiving the perfect pop. Attack, decay, sustain, release. So you have like, you can vary the attack of the pop. So like it comes on really slow and totally envelops you and surprises you. Or it could be like a serious attack. It could be like right off the top, you know, like pink peppercorn. And then decay, like how long the flavor lingers in your mouth. And then, yeah, or the
sustain.
The sustain, right. Yeah. And then the decay would be like, I guess, the rate of
flavor working
the change over the decay. And then the release, it's like the aftertaste.
Yeah, and if something doesn't work, all we need to do is just fine-tune it a little bit.
Totally.
And figure out how much of the modulation depth the grapefruit has.
The really nice thing is we could feasibly make one bottle of pop. So we could have like different, totally custom bottles of pop.
Right, randomly in the fridge.
Random, yeah, so it'd be like pop grab.
All right, so we do it with bottles.
We have a capper for beer.
Yeah, we got beer caps.
And we have empties, so we could just do them right now.
The carbonation is simple as just like yeast and putting yeast in.
I think that's classic style. But I mean, we could just try with soda water, like in the glass, like try it out. And then we could also try like the classic yeast in the bottle. And then we would run the risk of it going alcoholic.
Yeah.
What a drag.
It's a terrible risk that we have to take.
Like, we probably have stuff here that we can make pop from.
And we could also go out and find our own ingredients, whatever.
Like flavors?
Yeah.
Like go, like, instead of like pop shopping, like pop flavor shopping?
Yeah.
Because we could actually just make tea or boil stuff and then brew it and then carbonate it.
Yeah, totally. Like all these possibilities. Let's make some pop.
Why don't we put together a list of stuff that we should get or try to get?
So vanilla, mint,
ginger.
So wait, what are the basic elements of the pop? Flavor, water, and CO2. How do we want to do it? We're gonna do.
Let's do yeast.
Okay.
Well, that's the easiest. And then when we want to stop the fermentation, we'll throw them in the fridge, and that'll cause the yeast to go dormant and stop fermentation.
So why are we using yeast exactly?
We're using yeast to make it fizzy. What they do is they eat the fermentable carbohydrates, which are sugars.
Yeah, like maple syrup, sugar, honey.
And they'll reproduce as many times as there are carbohydrates to be consumed. And then we'll just pour it in with a spoon, and then we'll check it after like 24 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours. We'll open up the bottles that have yeast in them, and we'll see how fizzy they are.
And then, like, do you think they'll be ready? 36 hours, we can drink a pop?
Yeah, pretty sure.
So that's how the CO2 is born, by the yeast eating the sugar.
Yeast is pretty amazing. It's just sort of one of those things that does its thing. Yeast. Weird.
And let's see what's available at the market, too. Seasonal stuff, right now stuff.
Yeah.
Finding stuff, too.
Yeah, you mean foraging?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Why don't we just go out and see what we can find?
Yeah, totally.
And then come back and make some pop.
Great.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's get to it.
What'd you find, Martins?
Found some wild ginger right here.
Awesome.
Just the root?
Yeah, just the root. Yeah, there's a bit of citrus.
Yeah, it's like
Citrus as well.
lemony, peppery.
What about this stuff? Will that do anything?
No, it just tastes like wood. Check it out.
It's been a dry, bitter summer.
My dry, bitter life.
They're good. I mean, they're really tart. Fermented a little bit to make it into pop. They'll be great.
Those are tasty. Oh, hey, check it out. There's some chicory right there.
Nice.
Awesome. What, do we take the whole thing or just a little bit?
We take the roots. When it comes out as a small shoot in the springtime, you can eat them as salad, but we're after the roots. Oh. You got some root on
Got
there.
half. Good eye again.
Market next?
Yeah, man. So yeah, a jar of the wildflower, please. A big jar.
We should get some peaches too.
Thank you.
They only are around for a week, and they're amazing.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Good. We've been out foraging, and now we're in the market. We picked up all kinds of great flavors. All we have to do now is figure out how they all come together, which soda pops we're going to make, and then we're going to make some. Our homemade soda pop is really starting to take shape. We've got all our ingredients, and we've basically chosen the types of flavors we're going to make. This is so much stuff.
It's a ton of stuff, man. I'm a little overwhelmed by the possibilities.
We could make hundreds of pop just with what we got here, so.
Let's do it.
All right, so why don't we just go through the flavors that we've talked about. We have the apple cider, the ginger beer,
Ginger, tamarind, lime.
the root bitters, chicory,
The licorice, some hops too.
fizzy no sugar mint, grapefruit wild ginger, crème de cerise or cherry cream,
Cherry and vanilla as the two dominant flavors.
and not so much a fantasy, kind of realistic.
Are you voting for
Well, I'm
us?
suggesting
Okay.
that curry melon is something that we really, it's, for me, I think it's a priority. I'd love to taste it. These are our flavors, and we can, basically add or delete or modify as we go.
Especially as we're tasting.
So we're making homemade soda pop the old school way of just bottling it up. Right now we're about to do some cooking to make pop syrups, and soon we'll have some soda pop. For the root bitters, we're boiling the chicory we're with the vanilla. You're crushing up the red peppers, which you're going to put in with that same mixture.
Yep.
And the hops and the nutmeg.
Okay, the hops is coming. Nice.
Oh, look at that.
What's it smell like?
It's like pre-beer.
It smells like chicken soup.
It smells a bit like cheese.
It's gonna be hot, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to try it, dude.
So bitter, not much flavor. Hey, Noble, I'll give you $5 if you drink that.
Don't do it, man.
Oh! The last thing we have to do is maybe shred some nutmeg inside of the...
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep, just toss it in there.
Add to the mix. It's sort of pretty much done, I guess, or just we have to wait for it just to
boil.
boil. So, Michael, what are you getting started on?
I'm gonna start with the cherry.
For the cherry cream?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stew the cherries.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try putting them through the sieve. And I'm hoping that the pits stay behind and that the pulp goes through.
The bitter smells like tomato sauce.
Basically, we're just making tea.
Yeah, tea, and then we'll add sugar, and then just we will do proportions of soda water when we're tasting it, and then we'll measure those proportions so that when we add a lot of water to bottle it, it'll be in the same proportions as we were tasting.
It's a dominant smell right now with the vanilla. Yeah, the anise and the vanilla.
Smells like a peach pie.
It totally smells like pie.
Yeah.
And have you put any sugar in there yet?
Nope.
This smells like you have. This is natural sugar.
Yeah, this is just cherry and peaches and a couple spices, tons of vanilla.
That's going to be so good.
Maple syrup going in for sweetener. Okay, we'll see if this takes care of the pits. The pits are staying in.
Oh, man, look at the color of that.
Check out this guy. The cherry's done.
So I'm going to add some limes and lemons as well to the grapefruit.
Yeah.
Wild ginger. We follow the same basic preparation method for the rest of our pop flavors, stewing the ingredients, adding sugar to the mix, and then basically straining it to result in a smooth pop syrup.
Smells like a peach pie.
It's good, huh?
Oh, it's so good.
It's gonna kick.
Here, check it out.
Wow.
The cantaloupe.
It's all going in.
So once they're done finishing straining the ginger beer, we're going to be done with our syrups, which means we can move on to the water dilution process, which means we can then figure out the taste of each soda pop, which we can then bottle.
So if we take some of the syrup and we just put a little bit in here, we can top it up with soda water until it tastes just right.
Okay.
And then we'll know what our dilution ratio is for bottling.
Yeah.
So that way we can put in 1 part syrup and 4 parts water and then yeast it, cap it, That's it.
So this is our fizzy, no sugar mint. This is just basically mint tea. Well, this is our, what is it, root bitter?
Root bitter.
Yeah, a melon curry.
Melon curry.
It smells really good.
It does. And cherry cream.
The citrus soda.
And then the classic ginger beer.
Yeah, I'm thirsty. Like,
Same.
I'm thirsty.
You just need a little bit of syrup in each one, right?
Everything pre-sterilized.
Fill it up just like that, Micah?
Yeah. Well, we'll see, right? We might have to add some more water or some more syrup.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, let's give it a shot.
Ginger beer.
Oh, it is good.
That's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Spicy.
It's really sweet. Well, we know that much syrup to this much is not enough water.
The yeast is going to eat some of the sugar too, so it's not going to be as sweet as this proportion. This is less
So
spicy.
what did it say, like 1 to 5, 1 to 6?
I'd say 1 to 7. Okay.
So I'll just make a note. Okay. I'm stoked for this one. Root bitter.
Root bitter.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's like a root beer.
Feel the vanilla.
Yeah.
It's like woodchucky, stumpy, barky.
Licoricey. We should maybe not make it so concentrated, like dilute it a bit more.
Yeah, what was
so
that?
too,
Was that?
yeah.
It was like 1 to 4, right?
I'd say that was like 1 to 3. It was like up to there.
Right. So should we do 1 to 5?
I think so.
Yeah, 1 to 5.
Okay, cherry cream. Nice
Look at
color. Cheers.
Oh, that's great.
Whoa, sweet.
Really
I think
sweet.
there's a bit more syrup in yours than mine. This is perfect, actually. Try
Really?
Try it. You try yours.
Yeah, yours is better.
So I think I had like 1 to 5. It's like there.
What do you guys think of the flavor?
Oh, mine's great.
For
the
flavor.
peaches, the
Yeah.
peaches come right
You can
through.
taste the peach.
Yeah, it's like a peach cobbler.
So what, 1 to 8?
1 to 8.
1 to 7?
1 to 7.
1 to 7.
So it's bottle.
Everything's sterilized, the bottles, the bottle caps.
So we're just gonna do a bunch of them?
Yeah.
And then we'll just top them off with water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Filtered water from the tap.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
good. Like once we put the yeast in and bottle it,
Yeah.
how long do we expect to wait for the fermentation to happen?
24 hours, low bubbles, 36 medium, and then 72 hours will be like really bubbly.
This is the bread yeast.
Yeah, it's just bread yeast.
But it can be any kind of yeast.
Yeah, preferably ale yeast,
Okay.
because they thrive in warmer temperatures than lager yeast. So let's cap them.
All right.
So we can just put these bottles in this box and then let them sit 36 hours and then put them in the fridge.
Then we'll have pop.
Yep.
There's not a lot of variety out there, so we decided to make our own homemade soda pop using local flavors, which we did, making syrups, water diluting it, putting it in bottles, putting yeast in. It was sitting out for about 36 hours, and then we put it in the fridge for 3 days. And so now we think the carbonation will be perfect, and we'll have our own selection of soda pops.
Look at that. That's
not good, eh?
dangerous.
Okay, well, there's some other ones.
There's glass all over the bottom of the
What the hell happened?
Looks like they blew. I think we used too much yeast, probably causing them to overcarbonate.
These ones are fine. We can totally use
No,
these
I
ones,
wouldn't.
you know?
I wouldn't.
I think if we try and torque off the tops, they're liable to blow right in our hands.
What are we going to do?
I'll get a bucket.
We can't give up yet.
Our plans for making homemade soda pop went off the rails when our bottles smashed in the refrigerator. Maybe too much yeast, maybe our bottles were too thin, but the guys have reassured me they've got stuff assembled, and I think we're on the road. So, Micah, what's going on?
Well, we're going to switch to kegs. We're going to put all the liquid in a keg, put water in it to the right ratio, and then force carbonate it with CO2, and just skip the yeast.
Martins, where did we get the kegs?
We got the kegs from the basement of my friend's apartment. It used to be a restaurant. So.
All right, cool. And what about this red thing there?
Turns out to be really easy to get CO2. You just go to a CO2 place.
Or a hydroponic store.
And we're just going to put a hole in the fridge now just so we can keep the tank outside, run the line in, and start cooling the pop.
Let's get the dilutions that we determined when we were tasting it going so that we can get the right proportions in the keg.
Okay.
That's 8 cups right there.
Okay, so that's the cherry cream. So we were going to do a 1 to 7. So filtered water. How does this whole kegging system work?
For forced carbonating, what we're doing is we're putting CO2 through the liquid until the CO2 absorbs into the liquid. We can just send like a whole lot of CO2 into it, let it sit overnight, check it tomorrow, and then add a little bit more if we need to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can just try it out. What I've assembled here is like a splitter. So we can get 3 set up here. And then we're just gonna run this through the fridge. And then this will stay outside.
So that's got enough pressure to carbonate 3 kegs or...
Yeah, 5. even 10.
The root bitters is ready to go.
I'm gonna stick this through the fridge. Yeah.
Okay, so we put the kegs inside.
Okay, so I'm turning it on. And then that's it. We just have to wait.
Two of them.
1%, 2%, 3%.
Do you think it's ready?
Could be. I mean, it depends on how cold it is and how much CO2 is absorbed in.
Nice.
What was that?
I think it's
Smells like ginger.
Ginger, yeah, ginger beer. And it's looking really good.
It's tasting really good. The bubbles are still kind of on the outside. Like they haven't absorbed in.
It's tasty though.
It is.
Really tasty.
But you know, one of the problems is every time we take it out of the fridge, we're losing coolness, right? And if we're trying to get it cold, we should think of a way of keeping it in the fridge and having this outside. And if we ran the hose through the door, we could have this somewhere else.
We could send lines wherever we wanted in the whole space.
By the couch.
You got more line
By
there.
the window.
So we're gonna divide this in 3,
Yep.
9,
8, 9,
7.
10.
So this is gonna be for our portable bar. Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, that's incredible.
Are you guys ready for me to connect them out on the other end?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can test it out from the comfort of the couch.
Well, when it's ready, though.
So I was thinking of customizing the handle so we know which ones are which. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
beautiful.
funny. Okay, there we go.
The kegging system for our homemade soda pop has been assembled. We've got the tubes coming out of the fridge to our customized dispensing system, which I think is pretty great. So basically what we're waiting for is for our soda pop to become carbonated. After that, we'll have seven great flavors to try. So making homemade soda pop is really quite simple. All you need to do is go out and get some ingredients, make a syrup, which is what we did, and then first we tried bottling it with yeast, and unfortunately it didn't quite work out. The bottle smashed in the fridge. We took it up a notch and decided to assemble a kegging system, which has been working perfectly, and I think we're ready to try our sodas. We've got 7 kinds. We've got the ginger beer, root bitter, cherry cream, citrus soda. Guys, what else do we have?
Melon curry.
Yeah, the melon curry,
The fizzy sugarless mint.
fizzy sugarless mint, and also the wild munchkin apple. So we're ready to try our sodas, but for some reason these guys are drinking espresso.
Cleansing our palates.
All right, so now we're ready. Cleansed.
Dolly,
These were hand blown by a friend of mine.
Freddie, and Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look at that froth.
Is this the cherry cream? Yeah, it's the cherry cream.
Cheers.
First, like, couch-delivered keg
Cheers.
dispensing system. A little bit of black cardamom,
Yeah.
a little bit of pink peppercorn.
I don't find any of those flavors are really competing. You know, it's like all came together in a really nice way.
Yeah.
The vanilla is very strong.
Yeah, a
Peaches
lot of vanilla.
and the cherries are very strong.
Yeah, it's like orchard, farm, country,
Yeah.
pop. Ah, it smells like the root bitter.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It looks like something else though, doesn't it?
Root bitter.
Bitter.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Not so bitter though.
No, and it's not. It's licorice-y.
It almost feels like the vanilla took over a little bit, so it sort of smoothed it out.
Yeah.
Like a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a gardening center, like the stuff that they keep outside of the building flavor.
Like mulch.
Yeah.
It's like this chopped up.
We should swap the tap handles
Yeah, we really
because
should.
it really goes with the log.
All right, so this one is the ginger beer.
It smells like ginger beer. Oh, wicked.
Wow, that's
Nice one.
great.
Tart. Hot.
Poppy.
Vanilla-y. Yeah, it's like a creamy ginger beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Spicy.
taste the limes. Well, there's tons of ginger, a little tangerine, a little lemon, a little grapefruit,
Tamarind.
Nice.
tamarind.
Pink
lots-
peppercorn.
Oh, and the ground cherries. But I think the classic citrus ginger combo is solid. I'll change the keg. I think we're good.
Try some of the citrus soda. Okay, so this had the grapefruit, lime, lemons, and ground cherries
Yep.
with the infusion of the wild ginger and cardamom and a little bit of fennel. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, are you tearing up there?
Yeah. I'm seeing in color for the first time.
Look at that.
It's funny combo. Like it's spicy, not in the ginger way, but potpourri.
I thought it would be more classic. Grapefruit soda would be really light, really relaxed. You know? This is
A little uptight grapefruit soda.
It's a bit debaucherous, I think. It's a bit like, you know, a bit raunch.
wild munchkin apple. So all it is CO2 and apples.
Cold and tart.
That's just really pure.
Fresh.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing.
And it's really dry, like not too sweet. Melon curry.
Weird.
Chunky.
The watermelon is really what came through more than the cantaloupe or the curry.
It's kind of like a winter squash soup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like gazpacho, but carbonated.
Yeah.
Last one.
Fizzy, sugar-free mint. Cheers.
Yeah, it's a good last one. Nice and clean. Not
Yeah.
too sugary. Well, not sugary.
Not sugary at all.
And the only problem with them right now is they're a little bit warm, but I've got an idea that'll fix that. A flash cooling system, and we can run lines anywhere.
Yeah, man.
They fall down the stairs. They look around. Their eyes wide open. And they look in the sky. They look at me. They notice that we get incredible hair. Yeah, I feel real special today.
Refreshing.
Convenient.
And cold.